Hey, Doc.
What's up?
Oh. Wow, this is worse than I thought.
What?
Let's start with a couch.
Yeah. You should try it out. 7 points of comfort. It's great.
I thought you sent it back.
I reordered it.
And this furniture?
What about the furniture?
It all matches.
Interesting concept. You should try it at your place.
Robin did this, didn't she?
Look, listen to me, Professor. I ordered it myself.
Yeah, under her evil influence. You're in a lot more trouble than I realized here, okay? So listen up. All this furniture that matches, that's the first step. Next thing, you're gonna try and take a shower, and you won't be able to because of all the lacy unmentionables that'll be hanging out to dry. Before you know what hits you, she's gonna be asking you to move in.
Well, I guess your lovely words of wisdom are a little too late. I already live here. You look like you need this.
Is that bad?
No, just look a little tired.
Yeah, it's hard to turn off the brain sometimes.
Lucky, do you mind if I weigh in?
Listen, if you're gonna defend Maxie, I'd rather you did.
Listen, I am fresh out of excuses for my sister. I love her very much, but I'm not blind to her faults. And what she did to you, faking a pregnancy and a miscarriage, it's awful. And I don't know how she was planning to accomplish everything. I wanted to tell you how.
You know what this means, don't you? You're now totally responsible for me.
Hi, Diane. Sorry, did I forget something?
Can I come in?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Of course
you can. Please. Sonny tells me that you have decided to fight the possession charges. Well, Rick has left me no choice. He's refusing to compromise, and he's demanding full custody of Molly. Well, I have been retained to help you. And my first piece of advice is that you were making a grave miscalculation.
Hey.
You off to the hotel?
Oh, not directly. First, I'm gonna stop by and see Alexis because she must be devastated after being hauled off to the PCPD like some, well, like me. What's wrong?
Somebody tried to kill Sonny yesterday. And I don't want you to be next.
Robin, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were here.
Obviously.
I don't know how much you heard, but I hope you weren't offended.
My skin's pretty thick.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, your cynical perspective on all things romantic is hardly jaw-dropping.
Look, obviously, Pete barged in and jumped to his own erroneous conclusions. So let me just clarify so there's no mistakes. Robin didn't just descend on me. I asked her to move in. Lacy unmentionables and all. And for the record, she wasn't easy to convince.
Okay. Then I stand corrected. The place looks great. So I'm gonna leave you two lovebirds to enjoy your new nest.
That was easy.
Yeah. A little too easy.
Well, so far, I haven't heard anything that warrants taking me away from a patient.
You don't see the importance of discussing this afternoon's board meeting beforehand?
Frankly, no.
Monica, are you forgetting you're making a presentation for more cardiology research funding?
What does that have to do with you?
Excuse me, I'm just trying to help you get what you need. I'm the chief of staff. I know what
Okay,
the
why
board
don't you
wants to...
spend a little less time worrying about an appeal I can make in my sleep and concentrate more on how to cover your own butt?
Not that I find it very unusual for you to be biting my head off, but honestly, this time I have no idea why.
Or maybe expressing a little more gratitude
Oh, I'm supposed to be grateful for you jumping all over me?
for saving you a lot of grief.
Will you please say something that I can understand?
Rick Weber.
Oh, God, not him again. Why can't this son of a bitch stay dead?
So, we're agreed, right? I mean, it's looking less and less likely that Monica killed Rick Weber.
Well, yeah, we're agreed, but it must mean that she was covering for Alan.
But no, that's a possibility, not a conclusion.
Okay, can you give me something else then?
Well, you know, Monica could have been just telling the truth. I mean, maybe Rick Weber did make trouble for somebody else.
So you're saying that there's another bad guy running around?
No, I'm saying that Rick was a shady character, Lulu. I mean, brilliant doctor by day, dispensing advice and saving lives, and then he goes home to his perfect little family with his wife and his kids, and at night, he's boozing it up, you know? He's having affairs. Who wouldn't want to kill the guy? I mean, there's disgruntled mistresses and angry husbands and even bookies. You don't know.
Gambling debts. That is genius. We gotta have Spinelli hack back into Rick's records and see if he left a money trail.
All right, well, you do that.
Why? What are you gonna do?
I think I found out a way to rule out Ellen as a suspect.
I don't think I want responsibility for you.
Why? Not man enough?
Probably not.
Well, you don't really have a choice. I almost walked into traffic and you saved my life, which means you're responsible for it until the end of time. Did I forget to thank you?
You're welcome.
So what were you doing measuring the crosswalk anyway?
I ran into some trouble with D.A. Lansing.
Oh, that guy is a toad. But don't worry, I'll talk to my dad, make sure he realizes that the department can't afford to lose the service of its very best detective. Of course, then you're gonna owe me.
You know what? Knock it off. I found a sniper's nest across from Sonny's office.
Someone tried to shoot him.
No. But I don't know why they changed their mind. He was right there out in the open on the street. I mean, the sniper could have easily taken him out.
Oh, wait, any idea why?
My guess is this mysterious shipment Alcazar is expecting. Sonny's gonna let it go down, not intercept it, and then we're just gonna see what happens.
Okay. I mean, it sounds ominous.
Something is going on because Alcazar seems to be afraid. Okay, so maybe you just want to, stay close until this passes, or take a leave of absence from work.
A leave
I don't know
of
what you want
absence?
to do.
Jason, I just started the job. I can't take off of work now.
I just need to know that you're safe.
Oh, look, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for making me feel protected, but I can't just skip everything anytime some sort of trouble comes up. I'm gonna have to stay at home, even though that sounds really nice, but I've got things to do. I've got to go see my mother today, and then I've got to go to work, so.
Okay, just promise me that you'll be careful, all right?
Yes, I swear.
Come on, dude, just come on, pay attention to your business. For me, I know I would. Today, you're my business.
Well, it looks like somebody is staying. Haha. And someone's going. Okay, I'll check in with you.
Yeah, please, make sure you
All
do, okay? Okay. Jackal. I need you to find out everything there is to know about a shipment Alcazar is about to land.
You never stop, do you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You should be hanging your head in shame for what you did. Instead, you're coming on to Rodriguez?
Cruz and I are having a conversation. A private one, I might add.
And now you're putting on a show for me.
Hey, Lucky, get over yourself.
Not to mention putting my partner in a spot.
Oh, I think Cruz is a big boy and he could probably speak for himself. I have an idea. Why don't we let him? Was I bothering you?
We got a crime scene to get to.
Are you proud of yourself?
Oh, don't you start with me, too.
Maxie, somebody has to. What was that about? Dragging Cruz into this? He's an innocent bystander and Lucky's friend.
I happen to like Cruz, and if that gets under Lucky's skin, well, ding ding bonus.
I think you need to examine this thing that you're developing for cops. Whether you realize it or not, everything that's happened since Jesse's death has been about recreating a relationship you had with him.
That's like too bizarre to even address.
No, Maxie, not really. Think about it. He was taken from you suddenly and tragically. Ever since then, you've been spinning out of control. You've been lying, scheming, hurting people, and especially yourself. Do you honestly think the way you've been living honors what you and Jesse had? I'm sorry, Maxie, he's gone. And he's not coming back, and you're not going to find him by sleeping your way through the PCPD.
Why are you all bent out of shape? I mean, if Maxie wants to flirt to let off some steam, what do you care?
Yeah, it's easy for you to say. You haven't been the guy on the other receiving end of her lies, at least not yet.
I'm not about to get involved with Maxie, okay?
Yeah, well, if you do, knowing what she's capable of, you deserve what you get.
I'm gonna go bring the car around.
I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Plead no contest to misdemeanor marijuana possession. Pay the fine and go home.
Daddy.
It's over. Now you fight these charges and you lose. Now you've got a problem.
You're the one who suggested this crusade in the first place.
As a negotiation
Well,
tactic.
it's a very good strategy. And it's an even better opportunity to use this case to get these stupid laws against medical marijuana overturned.
That's a very ambitious goal. That could take years.
It's good to have something to look forward to. Diane, if anything, we'll make headlines. We will paint Rick as a DA who is unsympathetic toward cancer patients, and to avoid being tarred with that brush, he'll drop the custody issue altogether.
In a perfect world.
Rick is nothing if not ambitious. Given the choice between career suicide or the dubious task of being a full-time father, he will choose his career anytime. And then I get to go home with my daughter.
So, do you feel like doing a little bit more shopping? I think we need a couple more knickknacks.
Knickknacks.
Yeah, you know, knickknacks. Those things that make a house a home.
If you say so, but I would be out of my element. I don't know the difference between a nick or a knack or, well, let alone a paddywhack if it slapped me in the face.
That's why you have me. I have to go check on a patient, but then I will come right back to pick you up, okay? Are you all right?
Sure.
You seem a little distracted. I hope Pete's comments didn't make you rethink our living situation.
If anything, it had the opposite effect. Pete has no idea what he's talking about, and how could he? There's no frame of reference.
Well, what's his problem then, anyway?
He lives in a state of arrested adolescence. He needs me to be the same way to feel validated. Look, I'm just warning you. I don't think Pete's gonna go away quietly.
Pete does not scare me. So tell him to bring whatever he's got. You're worth the fight. Bye.
This is awesome. I mean, Stone Cold turns to the Jackal for help. I mean, wow, you know, the possibilities are mind-boggling. Just think about it. You know, my brain, your brawn.
How about shut up and type?
Yeah, this is the part where you say, "Hi, Lulu. Nice to see you. Why don't you come on in?" Maybe.
What are you doing here?
I'm taking Spinelli off your hands.
No, you're actually not. He's busy.
Why? What's he doing?
Nothing that concerns you.
Well, I need him.
Well, he'll call you later.
Oh, you're fighting over me. I love it.
Why are you holding him hostage when you don't even like him?
What are you? What does that have to do with anything?
He likes me. We're team, right? Bro?
Yeah, in your dreams. Okay, you got like tons of computer whiz criminals on your payroll. Why don't you just use them? Spinelli's all that I got. And my problem takes precedence.
What's your problem?
Oh, well, Lulu thinks your mom, well, or your dad off Rick Weber and let Laura take the blame.
Robin. Hey, I could use you on a consultation today if I have time.
Does it have to be now? I kind of have plans with Patrick.
Oh,
well, tomorrow's fine. Far be it from me to stand in the way of true love.
Well, you couldn't if you tried.
Wow, that's confidence. I like that. So how is my son? I heard he moved out of the hotel. Is he camping out on floors surrounded by containers of takeout?
No, actually, because I wrote it on my white Charger, and now he has an apartment with furniture and a roommate.
Well, if you tell me that roommate's you, I'm not Pete Marquez. I'm a happy man.
Oh, you mean Professor Doom and Gloom? If he had it his way, I would be back in that loft so quickly I'd be jet-propelled.
Yeah, well, ignore him. I think in time he'll be gone.
One can only hope.
Well, anyway, this is great news. I mean, I'm very, very happy about this. I think you're the best thing that ever happened to Patrick. I'm glad he's finally waking up to the fact, you know. Anyway, please just follow me on your desk in the morning.
Good enough.
Hey, Rob. Hey. So, when you moved in with Patrick, you moved out so fast, you left behind the vase that you've been schlepping around since you were 18.
That's funny. I didn't even miss it.
Well, love will do that. It's probably too soon for you to know, but if your new living arrangements work out, Kelly and I were talking about turning your room into an office. I mean, there's no rush, you know, if you decide that you want it for a backup.
Oh, that's not necessary. Patrick and I are doing just fine.
How would I know you'd be back?
I'm double parked, so you're gonna have to hurry.
Wherever you think you're dragging me, I'm not going.
When we were in college, we made man vows. So this is me sticking to my word. We're going to Vegas for 48 hours of mandatory drinking, gambling, and strippers.
Not interested.
Oh, why not? What, are you afraid that you can't stand up to temptation? I mean, if your love for Robin is so scary strong, then there's no chance that you're gonna stray, right? And look on the bright side. You come to Vegas and you manage to keep your pants zipped. Then I'll admit you found true love, okay? I'll wish you well, and I will leave you alone. Till death do us part, bud.
I'm glad you're home.
Why is that?
Well, there's a little problem with grandfather.
Now what?
Well, you know that big, beautiful oak tree right outside the nursery window? He wants to cut it down.
And?
I was hoping you would, you know, help me convince him not to.
I have to pick my battles with my father, and a tree doesn't rate. Excuse.
Oh, so I guess you don't care about, you know, like living things.
Well, I'm not a tree hugger, if that's what you mean.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying, you know, first it's insects, and then it's trees, and then small animals, and next thing you know, there's a killer on the loose, and
What is all that supposed to mean?
Nothing. No, I'm not saying, it's not a reflection on you. I'm not saying you're a killer. I'm just saying, although that one time you did try to crash your roof down on Monica and Rick, but you saved them, so I guess you made up for it.
Make no mistake, I did save Monica. And given another chance, I'd squash Rick Weber like a bug.
Oh, really? Hated him, huh?
Why this sudden interest in something that happened years ago? What are you trying to do, exact justice for Rick Weber? Why don't you become a cop? You could throw me in jail then.
Pay no attention to Spinelli. In case you haven't noticed, he confuses things.
What? I'm not confused about all the time I put into researching Alan Quartermain's hatred of Rick Weber. I mean, your request, too. I mean, I have no interest in it. I mean, I don't know these people. What do I care if they try to kill each other?
I need to speak to Lulu alone. Go upstairs, find me something. Don't come back down until you do.
Aye, aye, boss.
Yeah, okay. All right, I admit it. I believe that your mom rekindled a romance with Rick Weber in the summer of 2002, and something happened, and either she killed him or Alan found out and he did the deed.
I doubt it.
Well, that's because they're your parents, and tough guy or not, you don't want to believe that your parents are capable of murder. But I know that my mom isn't, okay? Right before she slipped away, she told me that she was innocent, and if I can prove that...
What?
Well, maybe she'll come back.
You told me your mom's condition is physical, right?
Yes, it's psychomotor disassociation, and it can happen to someone who's been catatonic too long. But if the horror of thinking that she killed Rick Weber caused her to disassociate, maybe the relief of being exonerated will bring her back.
I don't think it works that way.
Okay, I think I missed the part where you have a medical degree.
You probably don't know much about what happened to me.
Just that your alky brother drove your head into a tree.
Yeah, that's right. And it gave me irreversible brain damage. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but when I woke up, I didn't remember or feel connected to anybody. The Quartermains were so desperate to bring me back, but they couldn't bring me back because I had a physical condition like Laura does.
So you're saying that I'm spinning my wheels and being irrational?
No, she's your mom. Of course you want to bring her back, but when somebody's brain is physically affected, there is no coming back. Nothing the Quartermains did or said to me could make me remember, and I'm pretty sure nothing you do is going to change your mom's condition.
I know. It's a stupid fantasy. It's like a kid believing in Sleeping Beauty. You can't wake someone up with a kiss, and you can't cure someone with the truth. I really want to prove that she's innocent.
Then you should do that.
I mean, I need to know for myself that my mom didn't kill Rick Weber.
These are not groundless accusations. You know, Rick has incontrovertible proof that I smoked pot. And whether I agree with the fact that it's illegal, and I don't, he's going to take those 8x10 glossies and he's going to slap them down on the family court judge's desk, and I'm going to lose custody of Molly. And the only way to prevent that is to fight back. I mean, convicting a cancer patient of drug charges is a publicity nightmare, and he's going to let it go.
What, maybe change the legal landscape in the process?
Which is a good thing. But my main focus is Molly.
All right, let me think. There's got to be a less stressful way to go about this. We could blackmail Rick.
We could, really. We've got Spinelli. He's a genius. He can plant something on his computer or in his office. I mean, anything.
That's tempting, I admit, but I still have some dignity, and I'm not going to stoop to his level. Look, he didn't frame me. I knew that marijuana was illegal, and I smoked it.
You smoked it because you were taking chemo. You were nauseous. And look at you. You're sick all over again.
I should have followed my instincts in the first place. I should have refused it, but I didn't. And what's done is done. I'm just going to have to fight him, and I will, and I have every intention of winning.
I'm Detective Spencer. This is Detective Rodriguez. And we got a call about a purse snatching.
Yeah, thank you for getting here so quickly. I gathered all the witnesses in the lobby. You're free to use my office for questioning if you like.
Why don't you tell me what you know and you take the wits? Okay, who wants to go first?
I will.
Didn't I just leave you someplace else?
Very observant, Detective. What can I say? I get around.
Do you have anything substantial to offer about what happened here?
Yeah. 2 guys, Caucasian. One tall, thin, dark hair. He carried himself with a certain elegance. He was the decoy. The other guy was shorter, bulkier, like he works out a lot, red hair. He's the one who actually grabbed the purse.
It's a very thorough statement. It's gonna help a lot.
You're welcome.
You know, I'm gonna handle this witness. What is your problem?
What is yours? Jealous?
Okay, you're unbelievable. Tricking me to go to Vegas is not gonna work.
Of all the guys that we partied with in college, that you would be the one to end up with a leash around your neck? It just pains me, man. And to top it off, you end up with a woman who's never even let loose in her life.
Now, you'd be surprised.
Not only does Robin have you by the... but she's also brainwashed you into thinking that you actually like it. I am your lifeline, so grab it. Let's go cut loose in Vegas. I mean, unless you're scared, and I would totally understand.
If you want to go to Vegas with Pete, don't let me stop you. If you want to go to Vegas with Pete, then by all means, that's what you should do.
I'm gonna go ahead and interject here. First of all, she's given you permission like you're her little boy. And second of all, she's testing you. The only choice that you're allowed to make is not to go.
You do not know me well enough to analyze me.
And you're completely off base, not to mention out of line. I'm not going to Vegas because, listen carefully, I don't want to go.
I'll get it.
Can't even answer your own door.
Our door.
Well, look who's here.
Happy housewarming.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, we were expecting you.
Yeah, I'm not going to stay. I just came by to deliver the gift and say how happy I am that you guys are moving in together.
Wow. Look at this. Thanks to Robin, you're making peace with your dad. How touching. How domestic. When's the wedding?
Actually, Patrick should be so lucky. Robin's an extraordinary woman. Marrying her would be the best move he could make. And moving in together is a step in the right direction.
I rest my case.
Hey, dude, I hope you're not mad at Lulu for suspecting your peeps. You know, I mean, she's just trying to clear her mom's name.
If she wants to investigate Alan and Monica, it's up to her.
Hey, do you think, you know, if Laura was exonerated, she might wake up?
Doesn't matter what I think. What'd you find out about the shipment?
Well, lucky for you, I had some inside knowledge on his transport system, you know, because it's not easy to crack, so. Okay, so I checked, cross-checked all of Alcazar's planes, his ships, any vehicle or route that would be used to move something big are shut down. So that leads me to believe that whatever he's moving is something small, you know, maybe even small enough for one person to bring in.
Something that small would be easy to steal. So security is pivotal.
The purse snatcher waited until the guests removed their jewels from the hotel vault.
Well, let me interrupt you for a second. You said vault, not safe?
Oh, yes, it's so much more than a safe. Our new vault is state-of-the-art. Steel walls, 3 feet thick, an electromagnetic time lock. Nothing gets in or out of that thing unless hotel staff says so.
Can't faking a miscarriage and a pregnancy be enough for you? Why do you gotta keep stirring up trouble?
All I've done so far is talk to Rodriguez and come to work, so why are you so mad? Lucky, I'm just doing what you claimed you wanted, which is letting go and moving on. That seems to bother you on some level. Just a thought, but maybe you don't want Elizabeth as much as you said you did. Hey. Spinelli is with a bigger name right now, so he'll be with us in a little bit later.
I don't think he needs to. You're right. I think Alan's our guy.
What? Wait, you were so convinced that he wasn't. What changed?
I know. Well, I thought that, you know, if I brought up Rick and Monica to him, that, you know, he would be like indifferent, like old news, right? Wrong. He hated the guy. I mean, he out and out said that he wanted Rick Weber dead, and he's just as angry now as he was when he dropped the roof on Rick and Monica.
Wow. Wow. That's sobering to know that somebody completely unaffiliated in the mob is actually capable of killing another human being.
Yeah, but my whole thing is, how could he let your mom go crazy over something he did?
Okay, I'm throwing the pager into the harbor if you don't stop beeping me.
Well, you'll be glad I did when I tell you what's happened. Dylan is asking questions about you and Rick Weber. Which means
what?
You and I better stop being totally honest with each other. I have covered up for you for as much as I can. But he knows that you were having an affair with Rick Weber the summer he died.
So, the game is over.
I'm afraid so.
Can he prove what you did?
What I did?
Alan, come on. You just said we had to be honest with each other.
You're losing me again.
I know what happened. I've known all along that you killed Rick Weber.
Look, don't come in here bearing gifts, thinking that gives you the right to push your own agenda. My personal life with Robin is exactly that, personal. So stay out of it.
Fine. I just hope you're demanding the same thing of your good buddy Pete over there. At least I mean your relationship no harm.
Can we not do this? Noah was nice enough to come over and wish us well, which is more than I can say for some people, and I, for one, appreciate the gesture.
Well, I don't. You know why? Because it's not sincere. He's using our situation to dictate my life once again, and I'm not going down that road.
Hey, whatever. All right? I didn't come by to cause you problems. If my being here is causing you an issue, then I'll leave.
Thank you very much.
All right. Enjoy the kiss.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I've seen you be rude to your father before, but that was just uncalled for.
It's called setting boundaries.
Who the hell asked you? This is between me and Patrick, and it would be nice if you had the decency to know when to leave.
So now, I have to take orders from her?
Okay, well, you know what? Pete is right about one thing. You don't get to try and push a relationship between me and my father.
I was not trying to do that. I didn't even know he was
Well, then
coming
how do you know
over
when he
here.
was here? Because certainly I didn't tell him.
I'm not discussing this in front of Pete.
You know what? There's nothing to discuss. Pete and I are going to Vegas, so.
Oh. Well, I guess I already told you how I feel, so do whatever you want.
Okay.
Dr. Wetter. You and Kelly need to clear your schedules.
What's going on?
We're going on a road trip.
You think I killed Rick?
The night he died, you came home, you were soaking wet.
It was raining. I saw you drive to the Scorpio house, and I saw you go up into the garage.
Well, I was going to go and meet Rick and end it. But then Laura showed up.
You can't be serious.
Alan, I saw your car.
I saw your car.
Well, I left. I never saw Rick again. I thought you went up to the attic, you killed him, and Laura was so traumatized she didn't even remember seeing you.
Absolutely not.
You know, this would actually be kind of funny if it weren't so...
Telling about what we think each other is capable of.
Well, I'm relieved. You're no prize, but you're all I've got, and I didn't want to lose you.
I love you too, darling. Which leaves us with a very interesting question.
Neither of us killed Rick, and Laura didn't either.
Who did?
Lulu, come in, Lulu. You okay?
Yeah. I'm making a mental adjustment. In his weird way, Jason made me see a few things from a different perspective.
Like?
Like, clearing my mom's name needs to be more about me and less about a miracle cure for her.
Well, do you think you can actually do that?
I don't know. But I think I should just, try to live in the real world.
No, real world's overrated. I tried living there, especially after the abortion. Tried to be a real Quartermain. It's not.
And you're done with all that?
Well, if I am, it's thanks to you.
Thanks to me?
Yeah, this whole mystery here it's really sort of reminded me of who I am. I'm comfortable in my own skin now, and I appreciate that.
Hey guys. Hello, crime busters. What's the 411?
Well, we're starting to think that now, Alan did it. Like it's a double twist ending, like in Jagged Edge, where the most obvious suspect is actually the killer.
Wrong.
What? You have something?
Well, as you know, my assignment, and I chose to accept it, was to track Rick Weber's financial records, and You know, you gotta love the internet. You know, stuff never doesn't die there.
Okay, what do you know?
Okay. So the dead one was definitely on the receiving end of a major payoff. So I'm thinking that the blackmailed one maybe got tired of living under the gun and offed him.
It's you. 2 months later, regular as clockwork. Unfortunately, you missed something amazing. Laura came back. Her husband got hold of an experimental drug. No, I'm sorry to say she's relapsed. I have no idea what she said. Haven't seen Mr. Spencer in about 2 months now. Really? We'll finally get to meet? I'll look forward to seeing you.
Hey, what are you looking at?
I gotta give it to Spinelli. This kid can find things that nobody else can find. It's amazing.
Was Angela Monroe a name you adopted when you struck out on your own?
What do you find?
Information. It's about Alcazar's next shipment. How's Alexis doing?
You know, okay, she's determined to fight it, and it breaks my heart, really, because she's weak, she's sick. Jason, the pot really helped, and now she can't take it because of Rick. Or maybe because of me.
How?
How? Because I'm the one who gave it to her in the first place.
Yeah, but you were trying to help your mom.
I know, but what if I helped her right into losing Molly? Jason, promise me something. When we have a child, and if anything happens between the two of us, I don't know, if we fall out of love or stop trusting each other, just promise me we won't use our child as a weapon.
First of all, we're not gonna
Please.
fall out of love.
Just promise.